Good day, sir. My name is Firmin Sinitalit, anak Sumbang Elis Kilau, and my registration number is 05DKAF 1080. And today we will present case study 2, which is fire safety. So I have 4 members with me. First is Hassan Suring, then Jen Jezebel, and the last one is Nur Ain Faizah. So we move to the introduction. What does the fire safety mean? Fire safety refer to planning and infrastructure designs aimed at reducing the risk of fire or impeding the spread of fire when one does break out. Fire safety encompasses the use of fire-resistant building material, preventive action, safe work practice, fire safety training, flame-resistant and flame-resistant protective clothing, and more. Fire safety includes the following. First, ensuring adherence to local building codes, ensuring the provision of fire codes, training users in fire extinguisher, fire alarm, emergency evacuation, and assembly procedure. And the last but not least, conducting fire drill regularly by coordinating with the local fire department. Next, we move to the project overview. So Borneo Culture Museum is the place that we decided to go to do our research. We have found that place has a lot of fire safety equipment and is suitable with our purpose. The area of Borneo Culture Museum is 30,000 square meter. The distance of fire extinguisher is 12 feet and the number of fire extinguisher is 4 each level. Again, now I move to the emergency exit routes that provided in Borneo Culture Museum. First, they provide emergency door. It is important because emergency door is the way someone to go to the safe place, evacuate from a building in the case of crisis or disaster. So we found that there are 3 parts of exit routes in Borneo Culture Museum. First is exit access, and the second is exit only, and the third is exit discharge. So I pass this presentation to my friend. Thank you.
So hi, my name is Esron. Now I'm continue my presentation. So emergency plan. Emergency plan is the course of action a company takes in order to minimize the effects of an accident or crisis, and the main objective of emergency plan is to reduce injuries, protect the community, and maintain business continuity. And there are some type of emergency and disaster to prepare for, which it is terrorism and fires. Next, fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher play a vital role in any fire protection plan in any environment. They are first aid response to fire and catastrophic damage to property and even loss of life. There are 4 main types of fire extinguisher. The first one is water extinguisher are used on class A fire, which used for those who is solid. For example, paper and many more. And next is foam extinguisher, which is suitable for class B fire and are recommended for Class A risk area 2. Apart from that, CO2 extinguisher or carbon dioxide extinguisher is ideal for an electrical fire risk. And lastly is dry powder extinguisher, which is suitable for Class A, B, and C, and those involving solid, liquids, and gas. And the fire extinguisher have the maximum distance. The maximum distance a person should have to travel from the site of a fire to a fire extinguisher is as follow. Class A is 30 meters, Class B 10 meters, Class C 30 meters, Class D defined case by case, and Class F is 10 meters. Now, I will talk about fire hose. Fire hose are renowned for providing unlimited water supply to extinguish fire and protect against the heat. In addition, the stream from the fire hose reels allow the user to be at least 4 meters from the seat of fire compared with 2 meters for fire extinguisher. And the maximum length of hose is 36 meters with 4 meter spray from the nozzle, and the diameter of nozzle is 2.5 inch. And there are some ways to use fire hose. The first is, if fitted, break the anti-tamper seal. And second is, turn on the supply water at the stop valve. Apart from that, run the hose out the required distance of the fire, and the last but not least is turn the water on at the nozzle. And so now I will pass this to my friend.
Hi, my name is Nurain Faiza binti Muhammad Saiful Rizal, and my registration number is 1037. I will continue with emergency fire alarm. A fire alarm is a type of fire safety system that has the capability to detect fire and then alert with those on site that a fire has broken out, therefore signaling to them that they need to evacuate the building or site. The basic component of a fire alarm system include, for the first one, at least one fire detection device, for the second one, fire notification device, for the third one, control panel, and the last one is spruce of power. Okay, the next one is fireman lift. The purpose of a firefighting lift is to provide a facility to assist firefighter to move with more ease vertically through a building. It is unlike a normal passenger lift. It's designed to operate so long as it practicable when there is a fire in part of the building. The primary function of a firefighting lift is to transport firefighter and their equipment to the scene of a fire with the minimum amount of time and effort. For the last one is water sprinkle fire. A sprinkler system is designed to control or extinguish a fire in the early stage. This makes it easier and safer for building occupant to exit the building and for firefighter extinguish any fire that remains. Sprinkler reduce the loss due to fire. How is it working? The sprinkler is just a plug that holds back water in a pipe similar to your other plumbing pipes. Heat from a fire will break a glass tube or melt a solder plug with release the water. The water comes out as a spray that cover the air immediately around the sprinkler, putting out the fire. And fire safety. Fire safety is important and necessary, especially in the workplace, in order to prevent and protect against the destruction caused by fire. Fire safety reduces the risk of injury and building damage that fire can cause by Developing and implementing fire safety protocol in workplace is not only required by law, but it's crucial to everyone's safety that may be in the building during a fire emergency. Fire safety is important in order to reduce the risks of injury to employees and customers. The second one is to protect against possible fines, and the last one is to reduce damage to facility.
Hi, my name is Jan Jezebel Anna Indi. My matrix number is 1067. I will explain about the basic rules of fire safety. First of all is install fire protection, plan your escape from fire, give space heater and use electricity safely. Principle of fire is oxygen at least have 16% is needed to sustain a fire. Heat is the energy needed to increase fuel temperature to ignition point. Fuel is made up of any combustible material such as petrol, methanol, paper or wood. For the recommendation, we found that we need to provide more ways to improve a fire safety, especially at workplace. There are some steps to improve workplace safety. There are 6 ways to improve fire safety. First of all is carry out a fire risk assessment, install fire detection and alarm system, position fire extinguisher on escape routes, inspect your fire, display fire safety signs and clearly make escape routes. In conclusion, it is important that we need to learn about fire safety because with this knowledge, we can prevent fire from happening in the future. Besides, we'll also learn about the important things such as the way to use a fire hose and many more. Apart from that, we know the importance of fire safety, basic rules and principles of fire. Lastly, people need to take serious about fire safety so this can prevent more accidents that cause of fire happening in the future. This is our references of our case study. Thank you, that's all from me.